Hear ye, hear ye. It is Monday, March 21st, 2022. It is 5:04 p.m. This is the opening of the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust meeting, and we'll take a roll call attendance, please.
Mike Verosco here.
Veronica Kell.
Joan Savoy present. So we have a quorum. We have 4 members currently. The meeting is being video recorded. Is anyone else recording? No one else is recording. There are no chairman's additions and deletions to the agenda. I am announcing, please, item 1.5 that trustee Gary Shepard has resigned. And he's slightly busy doing other things. And Gary, we thank you for your assistance. I cannot yet introduce our new trustee, Cindy Boundy, as she is still not up to joining us, but we look forward to greeting her soon. And we will not be reviewing the minutes from 2/23/22. We don't have them at this time. We'll do that next meeting. Okay. Appointments. We do not have any appointments. Item 3, meeting.
Wait. Oh, you mean appointments with, okay.
Yeah, with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And nor are we appointing anyone.
Yes, we are. We have to vote to appoint.
Yes, I put that in meeting business.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, meeting business item 3. We have a volunteer response form from Beverly Napure. I sent to the board today. Beverly is not only does she talk and breathe and walk, which is what we're looking for. Beverly is a longtime resident who owned apparently a restaurant down where Yee's Garden is, I think, for many years. Yee's Village, that people always enjoyed. And Beverly, I see Beverly and her husband at all of the town meetings. And so I think it's just wonderful that she stepped up to be on our board. So she was a retired chef from her own restaurant. And so she knows how to run a business, and she has many years of event planning and production that was included on her volunteer response form. So we need to take a vote to forward Beverly's volunteer response form to the BOS for their approval/appointment. Can I get a motion, please? And Beverly, I'm sorry, I would like to say Beverly can't be here because she left for vacation and is actually traveling right now.
Joan?
Yes.
Madam Chair, I know Beverly and used to take my family to her restaurant. And when Brian was like 15, maybe, I remember taking my parents there because he was the waiter.
Oh,
so, at her restaurant, and they had really good food. I'm glad that she's come forward as well. I think she'll be a nice addition.
Yes, thank you. That's lovely of you to say, Lori. Yes, she is very caring about the town, and I know everyone said the food was really good. That's what I've heard. Yeah, we have a third on that, so that's great. So can I get a motion, please, to forward her volunteer response form to the BOS?
Okay, I am the BOS.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's why I was just about to jump on. I was like, I'll make a motion to forward her request form to the BOS.
And I'll second it. Okay, so let's take a vote, please. Vote. Mike, are you for?
Mike Verosco, aye.
Joan Savoy, aye. Wonderful. And welcome, Beverly. We'll look forward to seeing you at our next meeting. We are next going to review the 5/3/22 town meeting warrant. That is the subject of which is transferring town-owned properties to the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust. And
I can share my screen.
Oh, that would be great.
You can give me screen sharing capability.
Hartley, can we get a screen share with Veronica, please?
Okay, who would like the screen share?
I would, Hartley.
Okay.
Veronica.
Lovely, thank you. So these are the 6 properties that we've seen maps and descriptions of, and they have also been summarized in the housing production plan.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
All right. So this is a warrant article that Town Council Adam wrote for the Board of Selectmen to see if the town will vote to transfer the care, custody, and control of the following properties from the Board of Selectmen presently possessed by it for general principal or affordable housing purposes as indicated to the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust established UDT dated October 23rd, 2020 and recorded with the Middlesex South District Registry of Deeds at book 76193, page 28, for the purpose of preserving and creating affordable housing. So these are the 6 properties, their approximate acreage, and then the present purpose. So he went through and all of these are, this is the one up on Walls Hill. It has 2 entrances, one from Walls Hill and one from Cairns. I'm looking to see if I can figure out where all of these are. These 2, 1052 and 1070, I think these are the ones over on Blood Road Extension or whatever you call it. This one I think is on Haynes Road, 3480 C Road. 2551 is South Row Road. And he had comments about these, which I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
These were all tax takings, and this one is the Dudley Road parcel.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And he had book and page. I'm not sure why this is absent. I'll have to look at that. And what he said is, this down. General municipal purposes. He said the spreadsheet states that the South Row Road parcel is possessed, meaning designated for affordable housing purposes, but not if the property was acquired via tax.
Oh,
so
interesting.
that would not be the case.
Okay, good.
It said that your spreadsheet didn't say that the South Row Road parcel was acquired via tax taking, but the instrument you provided suggests that it was, which means I provided him with the book and pages on that. And then I had to provide Adam with the books and pages for all of these properties. The quitclaim deed you provided for the Dudley Road parcels from the Townsend Housing Authority to Townsend Elderly Residences. What we need to reference is the deed into the town, meaning as the grantor identified in the warrant article. So we have to, I either have to go all the way back or I have to look at where this was split off from what the elderly residents are. So we're not quite ready with this, but I'm meeting with
Madam Chair.
Yeah, Laurie. I mean, I'm sorry, wrong chair.
We have many.
I can relate to that. So Veronica, I think what I would do is Jody should probably have it now because the housing authority does have all those deeds. There's a whole folder that will do the reference of who the grantor was, and I forget his name, but it's there, okay? Besides that, so I think it's easy enough to get. Besides that, why? I'm just thinking of somebody, a voting public member of the town, and this is always a question. I have no idea why they keep referencing book and pages rather than the address. Why isn't the address of each of these parcels here? You shouldn't have to be explaining, oh, I think this is this one. I think this is this one. The address needs to be there.
No,
my opinion.
Some of these probably don't have addresses. I know when we purchased our house in Townsend in 1985, We had to go to the planning board to get the address. We had a book and page. We had paid the money. We had a block, an assessor's map block lot, but we did not have an address. So until you've been granted an address, you don't have one. And that's why I think that's the case. The address can change over time. People, that can change, but the map block lot does not. And the book and page reference. Those are the legal references to the property. Now, perhaps I could have a little cheat sheet at town meeting that says where these are located. But
that would be great. But I think because Vicky's on Town Properties, and Town Properties is the group, that forwarded these to the Board of Selectmen, made the recommendations. I believe we were talking street addresses. There was the only one that isn't, although it is South Road, I believe, is because it has some frontage there, but it's mostly backland.
well, that's for this one, the 31-acre piece. That has acreage on, frontage on Haynes and frontage on Wallace Hill, but we're talking 60 feet. We're not talking 200 feet. And then same with this and same with this. These
that one, the 19.3.
Yeah, these two have frontage, as does this one. This is on Haynes Road, and these two are on Blood Road, but not the Blood Road from this side, the Blood Road that you get to from Elm Street West.
Well,
we drove.
That's just I like the cheat sheet idea then.
I've looked for the addresses myself to no avail, so we'll work towards getting some more identifiers in there before town meeting. Maybe we could find the property and say it's between number blank on whatever street.
I would recommend that we get a map and we just color in those blocks.
There you go.
And provide that.
Perfect.
And we can do the same for the land trust article.
Yeah, visual's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good idea, Veronica.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we can work on that. So that's the article. And this, I assume, is coming from the Board of Selectmen.
Yep.
Because we own the property.
Right.
Okay.
And there is a placeholder for it on the warrant. Mike, are you okay with this? Any questions?
Nope, no questions so far.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And Laurie, thank you for your comments.
Can I stop the share?
Yes. So
let me see if I can email this to you.
that's that. That's the BOS warrant. So now we are apprised, and we will look forward to seeing some colored maps and identifiers at the May 3rd town meeting. Okay, next, discuss Dlta Grant Award. Well, the very good news, the wonderful news, and is that the BOS on our behalf submitted an application for the Dlta grant from the Montechusett Regional Planning Commission. We did get the grant. It is not a cash award, but it does have a value of $25,000, which is just fabulous. And I asked the board to review it. I have been through I went through the housing production plan when writing the applications, and I pulled out what I thought was the most important things to highlight, and ran that by Karen Chapman, who will be our go-to at MRPC. I'll explain a little bit about the contract that we're looking at right now, and then we'll just take a vote to let the BOS know that we're in agreement with the terms of the contract. So the agreement states that the MRPC will help us create a 5-year affordable housing plan. The purposes are to educate and guide the Affordable Housing Trust, to further assist us with implementation of the housing production plan objectives, which include adopting local guidelines for the local initiative program. The local initiative program is the state housing initiative administered by DHCD, which encourages communities to produce affordable housing for low and moderate income households. Oh, okay. Oh, because you don't move? And thank you. They will also help us conduct a planning area study to investigate creation of a 40R smart growth district. The 40R increases amounts of land zoned for dense housing. Hopefully this dense housing will be located near the local transit station, or the town center. That we do have. And someday, hopefully we'll have a nice bus going through here on a regular state bus going through here on a regular basis. Also, they will help us investigate promoting smaller developments on several parcels owned by the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust. That actually, the verbiage on the application was that will be owned by the Affordable Housing Trust, but after May 3rd, hopefully, if all goes as planned, we will own those 6 properties. So, you know, all the clauses such as some subcontractees, no subcontractees, the timelines, etc., are included. There's nothing out of the ordinary. General provisions such as access to records, terminations, nothing out of the ordinary. It's pretty cut and dried. It's a very short contract. Do any members of the board have any questions or concerns they'd like to share? You okay? Okay, well, I'll jump to the attachment A, scope of services, just to give you a little idea about the timeline, everybody that's out there. Beginning March and April of 2022, the MRPC wants to meet to discuss the timeline and scope of services, and the
what were the dates?
March, April of 2022.
Oh.
And also under meetings, they want a kickoff meeting to review the scope and services timeline in March, April. Then basically everything else is April to November, maybe July to November, to start reviewing the housing production plan with them, the materials of the housing trust, develop a draft action plan, provide the draft to the trust for review, make necessary edits, etc. That's April to November. Task 3, develop guidelines for the LIP program, local initiative program, and provide the draft to the trust for review, make necessary edits, and provide final document to the trust. Task 4, July to November, evaluate creation of the 40R Smart Growth District. Task 5, investigate promoting smaller developments on trust-owned parcels, discuss with trust, include in 5-year action plan. I have one question about that I'd like to put to the board. I would like to see task 5. Does it make sense to move task 5 further, closer? Oh, that is April to November. Okay, we're good. Never mind.
They're all kind of,
yeah.
I don't know if they're done consecutively or if we can say we would really like it, but I'm looking at this.
The only one that doesn't kick off till July is the 40R Smart District evaluation.
And I'm curious as to how that fits with the MBTA communities stuff that land use is looking at and planning board. The by right development.
Right.
So I would just kind of like to, I don't know.
So we'll ask since everything's kind of melded anyway, we'll ask perhaps to move that out of the July and move it up to April with everything else, then we can start asking questions about it?
No, it's fine. I think it's fine. Have you talked to Karen at all?
I have not been able to get in touch. We're trying.
What are the deliverables? 5-year action plan.
Yep.
Study,
yep.
A 40R and allied.
Well, and general assistance with implementing the housing production plan objectives, of which there are many. Hey, Lori, has the final version of the housing production plan appeared yet? Do you know?
Yes, it's been signed by the state.
Oh, fabulous! Wow.
I want to say it was done before the last BOS meeting.
Great.
Yeah.
Could I tell you? Don't you have a board? Doesn't the Housing Authority have a meeting this week? I haven't seen it on the schedule yet.
I don't know. It's not in my calendar.
Well, I'll send an email to Courtney. I'll ask that we get a copy of that. Oh, that's great news. That's lovely. Thank you.
Yes.
Very
nice.
I
think it was Jody who let us know. So you can send to Courtney and happy Jody. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. We good?
Yeah. I mean, I think in general, these are the things we want to do. I don't know how a 40R smart growth district fits with the MBTA communities. It might be one and the same, but I'm not sure.
Well, it said, but I did reread that today, and it does, and about the 40R, it's near transit, dense housing located near local transit stations or town centers.
Okay, so we're an MBTA community because we are, we have to abide by those regs, because we are an MBTA adjacent community. That's the reason that Townsend falls in, and Pepperell doesn't have to follow those exact guidelines. But I don't know how 40R fits with MBTA communities. But I don't know that we want to muddy the waters by specifying.
I agree with you because again, it says it does include the verbiage further assist with implementation of Townsend's housing production plan objectives, and there are what 16 of those.
I know. I don't know if the housing production plan discussed at all MBTA communities requirements. Do you know, Laurie?
I didn't hear everything you said.
Did the housing production plan, were there discussions of how MBTA communities requirements fit with the housing production plan?
We discussed it with our last meeting with the consultant, because that came up definitely, because it was something that had just come up before the meeting in January.
Yeah.
Karen did say when she was, thank you, Lori. Karen did say when she was here that MRPC was working to get that figured out, straightened out with the state. And
well, that's the other Dlta grant that Townsend has. Land use has a Dlta grant to focus on MBTA communities and where we would have by right development.
So would you like to strike that item?
Oh, no, I don't want to strike. I just want to work together with them.
That's fine. That's great.
We need to, not on everything that we're doing here, but on that.
On the 40R, right.
So I think my question to Karen would be, on this task number 4, where it says evaluate the creation of 40R smart growth district. Not really sure what that means. I think it would, and I think I would like it to say, and look at how the MBTA communities regulations mesh with that.
All right.
Something on that, because Karen is also working on that other, Townsend's other DLTA.
Yes.
So I'm not sure the best way to say that, but something. Evaluate creation of 40R smart growth district and how this fits with MBTA communities.
Yep.
New MBTA communities regulations.
Okay.
That's what I think I would want to fit there. And I'm hoping that's the place that it would go.
I am sure that would be a lovely place for it to go. Okay, so I am looking for a motion then to vote on forwarding the agreement between the Town of Townsend and the Montechusett Regional Planning Commission for the Dlta Grant for the Affordable Housing Trust, with an addition on page 6 of 7 under task 4, evaluate creation of 40R smart growth district and how this fits with new MBTA communities. Can I get a motion, please?
Mike, I'm going to let you.
Mike, that's you.
I'm the one.
Sorry, I'm trying to I was trying to unmute and my it just wouldn't let me click the button fast enough. Can you just repeat that so I get the wording of the motion correctly?
If you want to, you can just say so moved.
Yeah, so moved. There we go. So I'll make so move that.
Yes, as I second. And a roll call vote, please. Mike.
Mike Verosco, aye.
Veronica.
I'm going to abstain because I'm the one that ultimately signs the contract.
Got it. Joan Savoy, aye. So that's unanimous, we hope. And thank you. That takes care of that. Great. Lori, thanks for your help. That's very good. Okay, so items for discussion at next meeting. Our next meeting, we're starting now our regularly scheduled bi-monthly meetings held the first and third Mondays of every month. Our next meeting is Monday, April 4th. Items for discussion at that next meeting would be approved meeting minutes, April 4th at 5 p.m. Everyone out there will be Zooming and in person.
I will not be in attendance.
Okay, and hopefully we'll have, we will have a quorum.
Executive session at 6 p.m. right here.
Okay.
On that day.
Well, then maybe I'll make it an all Zoom meeting then. Okay. I don't know how much we'll have to do at that meeting, but we will look forward to voting the 223 and 321 meeting minutes. I hopefully will have spoken with Karen at MRPC by then to see when they want to next get with us. And that's that. So I am going to close this. I'm going to get it. Can I have a motion to adjourn at 5:33 p.m., please?
I can make a motion to. Oh, there you go. I'll second that.
Great. And a roll call vote, please. Mike.
Mike Verosco, aye.
Veronica Kell, aye.
Joan Savoy, aye. That's unanimous. And 5:33 p.m. Goodbye, everybody.